Hello and welcome to Business Charcha. We are back with our yet another episode of Impact in Our series, where we bring you distinguished experts from a particular industry who share their insights and experience. This time, on popular demand, we have among us Mr. Rohan Kulkarni, sir, who is from e-commerce and marketing sector. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Though you don't need any introduction, but it is my duty to say a few words in your honor, sir. Excelling in every field that he steps into. Kulkarni sir was born in 1984. Sir did his engineering in CS and PGDM. He has worked in corporate world with Temasek Group in his last assignment with MCX Stock Exchange. He has built teams, branches, and turned enterprise into profit center. He started up with a fresh box as B2C venture and grew it from 80,000 per month to 1 CR per month in an year. That's really impressive, sir. Coming from a tier 2
Thank you.
city, he has built a decent business and raised two angel rounds, one institution round and a grand round. He was TIE Young Entrepreneur Awardee. He is a Toastmaster too. And the list is endless of his achievements. And before we begin, I would like to remind our viewers to websites to app to the current trend due to pandemic, where we use these electronics devices for almost everything. There is no doubt that e-com has grown massively. So we would like to know what has your journey been like, sir?
Hi, Karan. Nice to be on your show, actually. It had been a long time, actually, I was getting this. Uh, See, actually, e-commerce is something which you can connect to convenience. Basically, during the pandemic, every one of us were scared to step out of our house. And that is where, we were compelled. The customer was compelled to buy everything sitting at home. Earlier, the concept why in basically tier 2 cities and 3 cities, it is a touch and feel experience. Every one of us want to feel the product and then buy the product. It is not that easy changing the consumer mindset, like making the customer much aware about what is the good part in e-commerce and what is not. People tend to go to an offline store, have a look at the product, experience that, and then they buy online. So that is, or else they will ask a friend the experience reviews, and then they tend to buy the product. This has been a very common thing. So now you can see some of the major e-commerce players like Amazon, Flipkart, and all are trying to have their experience centers, or where they just keep the demo piece where people watch it, see it, and then they go order online also, or from there itself they can order online. So this is something Indian consumer mindset is used to, actually. We are more of a touch and feel experience people. We want to feel the product before buying that product.
Yeah, rightly said, sir. So my second question is, like nowadays, it is very common to hear that the only way to survive is by going digital. They say that the winds are changing, but most small businesses feel that they have missed the train. They think that the big guns have already captured the market and there is very little left for them. So, what is your advice for them? What should they do?
Okay. Very interesting analogy, actually. It is a cycle. For example, earlier when people used to walk, there were few who had cycles, there were few who had bikes. Then people started getting cars. Now, if you go to any good college, you might find many cars itself. But it does not mean that the bikes or bicycles have obsoleted. No, it never happens like that. So it is always, you take a bigger branded pani puri stall as well as a telawala at the roadside. Still, the telawala gets his own consumers, because anything big, anything branded comes with a price, with a value. So there are in our country with 130 billion population, you have any given point of time, there is a population which is looking for other source. So you take a small grocery shop, kirana shop. he will get his consumers. Though, however, we buy online, Amazon pantry, Flipkart, all that. But sometimes when you need a smaller thing, you will not go to Amazon. You will tend to just walk near the grocery store and get the things. So never think that you are going out of the league. My feeling is like everybody are a contributor to the ecosystem. So it is always that we need to fit in the right shoes. Maybe service is what people love to take it. You see Amazon, why people buy? If you don't like it, he will return it, he will come and pick the thing, and he will go back and pay you the money, no questions asked. Maybe 10 days, 15 days, there is nothing. So if you can bring in some service which our consumer might like it, then it is not that Amazon or any roadside shop. Anybody service, we fall for service. Indian consumer are have that tendency of warranty and guarantee. So if you are ready to provide them that warranty and guarantee, probably in the days to come, still the survival of the local shops also will be much more higher.
That's really insightful, sir. So my next question is in continuation from the last one. Sir, I want to know that how can a small business expand their reach for business, and what platform would you suggest for them and why?
See, actually, this is a one of a very good question. What happens is everybody wants to come online, but for coming online, there is a cost also involved. And to reduce that cost, WhatsApp marketing and even many other Shopify, all these things are there. Either you can pay some X amount and have your own store created, or if somebody wants have the product, they are into manufacturing, they can contact people like us. We can put their products on our platform too, and this gives a visibility across the regions where we are covered. So what it does is like you can list your products on our platform and people can sell it. So with our clientele, with our marketing thing, you will be able to generate more returns to the vendor. So that is how we call it as a platform. We want to bring in more and more people, homemade business people, homemade women who are doing some delicacy. They can list it on our platform and we can sell that product too.
That's really nicely explained, sir. So my next question is, how can young entrepreneurs and startups expand their user retention? I mean that people are uninstalling apps and unfollowing accounts as soon as they follow.
Uh,
User intention rates across vertical fell by 12% across 2019 and 2020. A report by an app marketing firm noted that 56% of e-com app users in India uninstall
exactly.
their apps within first week, and 23% within next 24 hours. What is the way to go for it? Over to you, sir.
Actually, this is true because yeah, this is everybody don't want to bog their mobile phone with lot of apps. And today, if you see, if you open anyone's phone, there are all preloaded only lot of apps which come in. And apart from that, you are asking a user which you rarely use once in a while to install that. So normally the marketplace apps are taking the charge. If you look, anybody has got local app, not many have. But if you take Amazon and Flipkart, everybody has got that app. Because if you want to buy something, you compare the price online with the particular XYZ product. So that is where it is really customer retention everyone is fighting out, including Amazon to Flipkart also. They are fighting out the customer retention. The only way customer can be retained is, as I said again, like it is service. If you are good in service, if you are good in quality products, and if you are able to always rise up to your customer expectation, because customer expectation always is high, and as a service provider it is really tough to match that. So if you can keep the pace up with the customer expectation and customer change, consumer behavior will be very much important, understanding that, and that will in turn come convert into app downloads or maybe website visiting, all this. But in general, in totality, what I feel is only app versions, many people tried it, but again website is also very important rather than app. whenever you want, you can go to the website. App, again, all you need to install that 20 MB, 30 MB app, and then again look for the product. So that will be a difficult thing. So have both.
That's really nice, sir. So my next question is taking into account the future prospects, like what is the next big thing that you see? There is something new on its way all the time, and by the time small entrepreneur realize it, it's too late. So do you see something big coming our way soon?
I think already the e-commerce has disrupted the business right now. Whatever you are seeing, GeoMart is one of disruption, similar to Amazon and Flipkart. Though after the consumers are educated about e-commerce, GeoMart has entered, and now it is trying to bite the pie, major share of the pie. So it is always like I think there would be a consolidation at this level now, wherein many more players may not find an entry. The biggies here would like to consolidate here. Merger and acquisitions will happen in the next stage. But what I can say is smaller players being partnering with the larger players can make a fortune here. Rather than standalone companies coming into e-commerce space would be really very tough part. So I look at some consolidation in this industry now.
Okay, so my next question is how marketing strategies has been different in other regions or countries than that of India?
See, actually, if you take Amazon as an example, it is Amazon got its value because every time if you buy some product, exclusive product, couple of times you buy on Amazon, it will just give you a message, notification, or even over an email that your tea bag, buying a tea bag is due this date. He tries to remind us. So this is some of the features, which people love it, rather than once it is over then run into a shop and get it. This is something which people try to get comfortable with. So AI based few things can come in shopping. That is the next future what I see into that. Like every month what you buy, your mobile phone will know, like every month you're ordering the same thing, so you need not just, it will if you just enter into the right this thing, I am coming to the close of this product, so then it will order automatically. Every 30 days you're ordering the toothpaste of 100 gram, so it will order every 30 days. So probably the AI based shopping would be, I think, I feel that would be the next which will take up. What is the color you like? Based on that, it can show you some of your favorite shirts, some of your maybe sweatshirts, something like that. So AI based shopping can be the next future trend which can come in.
So my next question is like, is there any kind of license or paperwork required if entering with your own venture in e-commerce related to?
It is basic work. Like if you are an individual, you can go with a proprietorship firm you can start with, and because you are funding your own company right now, so may not be required. But if you are having some 2 3 partners, then I suggest it would be a LLP kind of a thing which you can go to. And if you are looking for investment and all, then private limited is what you can go into. So there are now expertise, there are online firms which they will connect with you, they will do all this paperwork and give you a complete package, right from forming a company to opening a bank account to giving you a visiting cards, letterheads, everything is done by outsourced company. So I think that you can look into such companies and get your things done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just interrupt in between. Sorry. There is one question of mine. I
Yes.
just wanted to know, like, when we talk about e-commerce and marketing, we take it just a single platform or a single word, but there is a fine difference in e-commerce and marketing. So, I mean, can you just throw some light, like how both the thing is very different? Because I think the career prospect is very widely different, and there is a different future plan for both the things. What
Yeah.
is the difference?
E-commerce is something, you have to have a complete digital presence, whereas marketing will have both offline as well as online presence. Marketing is a tool to make your e-commerce venture successful. So here in marketing, you can build an awareness by going to door, bringing an awareness about the e-commerce portal to the people. Uh, and then the main important aspect is bringing the hits to the website, because unless and until your website is known to the people, you cannot sell your product. So what happens is, when marketing is done sufficiently, then you have a traffic to your website. Once you have a traffic to your websites, then the sellers onboard to the e-commerce portal. Because as an e-commerce marketplace, in e-commerce also there are two types of websites. One is a marketplace, another one is a simple store. Like if you take Freshbox, we are a direct to consumer, so we sell our product to consumers. Now we are onboarding the sellers who can sell some of their specialty products, and people can buy those products. Whereas if it is just a single product, you just put your products and sell it to your consumer. So that necessarily need not have much of a product range. It will have hardly 10 to 50 products of our company, and we would be selling it to the consumers. So reaching out to consumer is marketing, and anybody into digital marketing has got a good future, because they can probably drive the sales of the e-commerce company, maybe by promotion, maybe by coupons or whatever. They do a lot of marketing and attract the consumers based in some particular area. Because of the data points we get from the consumer, we can identify that, for example, if somebody stays in Rajasthan desert, for example, you cannot sell him a very heavy blanket. So why in digital marketing you can leave such areas and focus on the areas where it is cold, and where you can sell the product. So that is how digital marketing helps people to get their consumers, type of consumers, demography, and taste according to that, and then give it to the consumer. So that marketing intellectual is very important while marketing an e-commerce website.
Okay, sir. So my next question is actually very much in continuity with the previous one. I want to know the basic, measure. What are the quantitative ways to measure the strategic implementation for the success of an e-commerce firm of e-commerce?
The first quantitative measure I can say is the number of orders. Very important aspect. Though you have visitors to your website, but if you don't have order conversion, then I feel somewhere there is wrong. So order conversion is very important. So as a e-commerce website, you should have a conversion into the orders. So when 10 customers coming to the website, only if one is ordering, then something wrong with your strategy. But if 5 to 6 people are ordering, then it's really worthwhile. You are having a good e-commerce website. Maybe your UI UX also matters. If customer is not able to add to the cart properly, check out properly, then also customer will leave it then and there. So you need to see that customer point of view, how easy it is. Add to cart, one button, check out, within few seconds you should be able to make the payment and go out of the website. Whereas many people we see like very difficulty in checking out from the website. So that creates a very much bad impression, and customer will not come back to you again and again.
I will definitely share these points. Actually, one of my friend is trying to open with the e-commerce platform. So thank you so much, sir. We are very much thankful for you for sharing your words of wisdom, and
My
that will
pleasure.
definitely, and that will definitely help everyone with their future course of action. So this is that
Sure.
from our side. Thank you for giving us your time.